Hey everyone, welcome back to Echo Your English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ryan. Today we're talking about something that makes English learners sound more natural and fluent.
That's right, we're discussing filler words, those little words and sounds that native speakers use all the time in conversation.
You know, words like well, like, actually, all those expressions that fill the space while we're thinking.
Exactly. And I notice you just used right there without even thinking about it.
Ha, I did. That's the thing. Native speakers use fillers unconsciously. We don't even realize we're doing it.
But for learners, understanding fillers is really important. They help you sound more natural, give you time to think, and make your speech flow better.
Plus, if you don't know what fillers are, you might get confused when native speakers use them constantly in real conversations.
So let's break down the most common fillers, explain what they mean, and show you how to use them naturally.
Perfect. Let's start with well. This is probably one of the most common fillers in English.
Well is used to introduce a response, especially when you're thinking or when your answer is complicated. Like if someone asks, "Do you like your job?" you might say, "Well, it's okay, but..."
Right. Well gives you a moment to organize your thoughts. It signals that you're about to give a nuanced or thoughtful answer.
It can also soften disagreement. If someone says, "The movie was amazing," and you didn't like it, you might say, "Well, I thought it was a bit slow."
That well makes your disagreement sound more polite and less direct. It's gentler than just saying, "I thought it was slow."
What about so? That's another super common filler.
So is interesting because it can be used to start a story or explanation. So yesterday I went to the store and you'll never believe what happened.
It's like saying, "Here's what happened," or "Let me tell you about this." It draws the listener in.
We also use so when we're continuing a thought or moving to the next point. So anyway, what were you saying?
Or to wrap up. So that's basically what happened. It can signal a conclusion or summary.
Now let's talk about like. This one is super common, especially among younger speakers and in American English.
Like has several uses as a filler. Sometimes it introduces an example or approximation. The movie started at like 8 o'clock.
That like shows you're giving an approximate time, not the exact time. It's similar to about or around.
We also use like before quoting what someone said or thought. And then he was like, "I don't believe you." And I was like, "Whatever."
That's very informal and casual. It's not formal quotation, it's reporting the general idea or feeling.
Sometimes like is just a thinking pause. I was like really confused about the situation.
Though I should mention, overusing like can sound unprofessional or immature, so be careful not to use it too much, especially in formal situations.
Good point. What about you know? That's everywhere in casual conversation.
You know is used to check if the listener understands or to create connection. You was really hot yesterday, you know?
It can also fill time while you're thinking. I wanted to, figure out what to do next.
And sometimes it's just a habit. People say you know without really asking if you know. It's become automatic.
I mean is another really common one. How do we use that, Ryan?
I mean is used to clarify or rephrase what you just said. The test was difficult. I mean, it wasn't impossible, but it was challenging.
It's like saying, "Let me explain better," or "What I'm trying to say is..."
We also use it to soften what we're about to say. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but...
Or to show you're being honest or sincere. I mean, honestly, I don't know the answer.
Actually is an interesting filler because it has specific uses.
Right. Actually can introduce a correction or contradiction. I thought the store closed at 9, but actually it closes at 8.
It can also add surprising or unexpected information. I don't really like chocolate. Actually, I prefer salty snacks.
Sometimes we use it to emphasize truth or reality. It looks expensive, but actually it was really cheap.
Be careful with actually though. It can sometimes sound like you're correcting someone, which might seem rude if you're not careful with your tone.
Good point. Tone matters a lot with fillers. Let's talk about basically.
Basically is used to simplify or summarize something. The movie is basically about a guy who travels through time.
It's like saying in simple terms or the main point is.
So basically what happened was, we use it to get to the main idea without all the details.
What about kind of and sort of? These are very common.
These add vagueness or soften statements. I'm kind of tired means you're somewhat tired, not completely exhausted.
That movie was sort of boring is less direct than that movie was boring. It softens your opinion.
We also use them as fillers when we're unsure. I was kind of wondering if you could help me.
Anyway and anyhow are great for changing topics or getting back on track.
Right, if you've gone off on a tangent, you might say, anyway, as I was saying.
Or to dismiss something and move on. I was upset, but anyway, it doesn't matter now.
So anyway combines two fillers and is super common for transitions.
Let's talk about hesitation sounds like and These aren't really words, they're sounds we make while thinking.
Everyone uses these. And give you a moment to think without complete silence.
I need to, check my calendar. Or the answer is, probably yes.
Native speakers use these constantly. Don't feel bad about using them. They're completely normal.
Though, again, too many informal situations might make you seem unprepared or nervous.
What about honestly, seriously, and literally?
These are often used for emphasis. Honestly, I have no idea, or seriously, that was amazing.
Literally is interesting because it's often used non-literally. I literally died laughing means you laughed really hard, not that you actually died.
This drives some people crazy, but it's extremely common in casual speech, especially among younger speakers.
Let's discuss right and okay as fillers.
Right can check understanding or agreement. So we meet at 6, right?
Or it can fill space. I was thinking, right, that we should leave early.
Okay works similarly. Okay, so here's what happened. It signals you're starting to explain something.
Okay can also show you're processing information. Okay, I understand now.
What about just? That's a sneaky filler that appears everywhere.
Just often softens requests or statements. I just wanted to ask a question. Sounds gentler than I wanted to ask a question.
I'm just saying can soften an opinion or make it less aggressive.
Though sometimes just is unnecessary and we could remove it without changing the meaning.
Let's talk about how to use fillers naturally without overusing them.
First, remember that fillers are normal. Don't try to eliminate them completely from your speech.
Right. They serve a purpose. They make conversation flow naturally and give you thinking time.
But also be aware of how often you're using them. If every sentence has 3 or 4 fillers, it can be distracting.
Record yourself speaking and listen back. You might be surprised at which fillers you overuse.
Also, different fillers work in different situations. Like and literally are very casual. Actually and basically work in more formal contexts too.
Let me give you a quick example of natural filler usage. So I was thinking, about what you said yesterday, and well, I kind of agree, but there are some things I'm not sure about. Does that make sense?
Perfect. That sounds completely natural. Now here's the same idea with too many fillers. So I was thinking about what you said, and I sort of agree, but
See the difference? The first one uses fillers naturally. The second one is overdoing it.
Balance is key. Use fillers to sound natural, but don't rely on them for every pause.
Let's practice. I'll tell a story using fillers naturally, and listeners can notice which ones I use.
Great idea.
So, yesterday I went to this new cafe downtown, right? And, well, I wasn't sure what to order because, they had so many options. I was kind of overwhelmed, actually. So I asked the barista for a recommendation, and she was like, try the lavender latte. And I was thinking, okay, that sounds interesting. So I ordered it, and honestly, it was really good. I mean, I wasn't expecting to like it that much, but literally, it was one of the best lattes I've ever had. Anyway, I'm definitely going back.
Wow. You used so, right, well, kind of, actually, like, okay. Honestly, I mean, literally, and anyway, all in one story.
Exactly. And it sounded completely natural because I used them in the right places and didn't overdo it.
That's the goal. Natural usage that helps your speech flow without being distracting.
So here's your challenge. This week, pay attention to fillers in English shows, podcasts, or conversations. Notice which ones you hear most often.
Then, practice using 2 or 3 fillers naturally in your own speech. Don't force them, just experiment.
And remember, fillers are your friends. They make you sound more like a native speaker and give you time to think.
The key is awareness. Know what fillers are, understand their purpose, and use them in moderation.
Well, I think we've covered the main fillers pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, so basically, we've explained how they work and why they're important,
I see what you did there. Nice use of fillers, Ryan.
Thanks for listening to Echo Your English. If you found this helpful, subscribe and leave us a comment.
Let us know which filler you hear most often or which one you want to start using. Keep practicing and honestly, don't be afraid to sound like a real person when you speak English.
See you next time.